Frank went to Evo. You know,
Yeah.
we
I
got
did
some
go
new.
to Evo.
We have some reveals from Marvel, a new Marvel trailer, which we all kind of have mixed feelings about. But I guess we're gonna start with Frank telling us a story from Evo, man.
Well,
Frank's a great storyteller, everybody.
Yeah, it's like talk about how you set it up, man. Like how you got Power Stone up at Evo,
the
man.
pressure is on. So, I I just wanted to start by saying I did go to Evo. I did get a chance to go to Evo. For those who don't know what Evo is short for the Evolution Fighting Game Tournament. It's the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. People come from all over the world to compete in fighting games for money. And but it's really cool because you get a chance to meet the larger FGC, which stands for Fighting Game Community, and you get to meet a lot of like-minded people playing games that playing like kind of obscure games like for side tournaments or just like hanging out and playing like these really obscure games that you would think nobody else plays, but you meet people that do. So anyway, I love this game from 1999 called Powerstone. It's actually this game right here. You see the poster right here. That poster right there. That's Powerstone. It's a little game that came out in 1999 when the Dreamcast came out. It was a launch title for the Dreamcast, and I immediately fell in love with everything about the game: the aesthetic, the art style, the sound design, music, just the gameplay mechanics. It was just very unique. And to me, there hasn't been a fighting game to this day that has been able to replicate the uniqueness of this game. So yeah, I love the game Powerstone. So I don't know, kind of like in my adult years, I kind of been getting back into it, and I've been kind of like going on Discords with that for people that like to play the game. And then it was kind of a dream of mine to go to Evo, which I was able to do some time ago for Dragon Ball Fighters. But it was
I
also
remember that.
yeah, that was my first time going. That was a great time too. Every time I've gone to Evo, it's been great. Actually, it's a nice event. But it was also like a further dream of mine to kind of like give back in some way to the FGC at large, and I wanted to do that by hosting a side tournament. Now, there are two types of side tournaments that you can do at Evo. One is the community showcase, which is like games that just barely made it to the like just barely made it outside of being a main game. Evo usually has around 8 to 9 main games every year, and then they have like a bunch of side tournaments. So the community showcase is like, oh, you just made it, or if the game just kind of aged out of being a main game, it goes to the community showcase. So I originally tried to get into this community showcase with Power Stone, but they rejected that because the game is very old. It's actually 25 years old this year.
That's
So
crazy.
it's 25th anniversary.
5 years.
25 came out in 1999. September 9th, 1999. Excuse me, September 9th, 1999. It was like the 9/9/99 of the Dreamcast. That was because that was the launch day of Dreamcast also. But
Damn, I'm trying to like remember when I got on my it was that long ago.
yeah, man, yeah, 9/9/99. That's yeah, it's a long time ago. But getting back, so the community showcase, I got rejected for that because what the community showcase entails is that Evo pretty much will run the tournament for you, right? You get to use their internet, their stream setup. They provide you with all of the equipment. You don't have to bring a thing. You just show up, commentate if you want to, and then play, participate if you want to. But Evo supplies everything for you, and I wanted to kind of get in that, and because with that you're on their platform, and then it gets spread out to many more people. Didn't work out. So the second option is something called BYOC, which is more mainly known as bring your own controller, but in this case it means bring your own console. So with BYOC, you have to supply everything, right? You have to supply all of the equipment. you have to supply all the equipment, talking about the console, the games, the controllers, the everything on that end. And with BYOC, they also give you the option of streaming the tournament, but you have to supply all of the streaming equipment, and you have to do all the streaming logistics. So you have to supply like the mics, the cameras, the PC, laptop, whatever you use to stream. You have to supply all of that. So
you said before all they provided was the monitors, right?
Yeah, basically at the end of the day, they provided monitors and power. You know, like.
Hey, yeah. I got a question, Frank. So BYOC, is that why on like because any video game nerd, you've seen Evo tournaments on YouTube. Is that why like during the main game, tournaments, the guys always bring their own controller up there?
Yeah.
Okay, I always thought it was like a preference thing. I thought the guys like always trusted their controller. Like, we'll provide you a controller, you can bring your own. No, so it's actually a rule that you have to bring your own controller.
So it's not a rule. Right, because if they have means for you at the event to get your own control, to get a controller, but it's like an unspoken rule at large, because I would say both answers are right. Like, both of your questions, the answer is yes, right? So at large, it's kind of like understood that everyone brings their own controller, everyone. But the reason for that is because, like you said, you trust your own controller. You're not going to you're not going to show up to the event without your own fucking controller that you've been used to and practicing with, right?
It's got your fingerprint bruised in there.
Yeah, exactly. You're familiar with the controller, and that's really a fucking thing. So you're not going to show up to an event without your controller, buy a new one, or procure a strange one from like your friend or something like that, and then play and expect to be at the same level, right? So it's understood that you bring your own controller because you're familiar with your controllers, you're familiar with your joysticks, you're familiar with your like levelers or hitboxes or whatever you use, right? So BYOC, like I said, it's generally known as bring your own controller, but in the case of the side tournaments, it's bring your own console. So long story short, I got accepted. I applied for Community Showcase. I got rejected. I applied for BYOC, and I was like day one, one of the first people to apply for it, and they didn't let me know anything until like May. And I applied in like January, and I had thought had gotten rejected, or they just weren't going to tell me I got rejected. But then in May, like the end of May, we're talking like after Memorial Day, right? They were like, "Yo, congratulations! We'll be honored if you came and hosted Powerstone for a BYOC tournament at Evo." And I'm like, "Oh shit, this is fucking happening!" Right? Like in the office.
I was just about to ask, like, what is that like? Like the application process to host an event at Evo, like what do you have to go through?
So it's so you go on a page, you access a link, and you basically fill out a Google form, but you have to supply a bunch of like credentials. So you have to supply credentials saying that like you're a part of a Discord that focuses on the game that you're playing. You have to provide links to tournaments that you've run. Tournaments that you've run in the past or have assisted with in the past. You also have to supply. You also have to basically make up a Start GG or like a bracket website. You have to make it up on the spot for them to reference in case you do get accepted. So that once you get accepted, they immediately link your profile to that page, and then you start your advertisement. That's the other thing about BYOC. You have to do all of the other stuff too, the admin stuff, the networking, you have to run the page, you have to run the tournament yourself too as a TO. So
and the advertising, you said?
Yeah, you have to do all of that yourself. Yes. Like it's all you. BYOC is pretty much all you. So
did you have help doing any of this, Frank? Or this was all you?
No.
Damn, bro.
It was pretty much all me. I wouldn't say I didn't have any help. Like the day of, I was staying with a friend of mine out there, and he helped me with the tournament. Like he was helping me with like the second setup, and then he was helping. It didn't work out, unfortunately, which is why the video is so goddamn long. But he was helping me with the second setup, and he was also helping me like when I had to play. Then he jumped on the mic and he commentated the matches with the other guy I was commentating with. So
that sounds stressful, man.
So it wasn't stressful, man. Like it. I mean, it was the only reason why I would say the setting up was stressful was because they told me practically in June, the event in mid-July, and on top of that, I had no fucking clue.
Like no turn on.
I hadn't. Yeah, no. There was like no time. But I spent the entire fucking month of June. I had no clue how to stream. None. Zero clue how to stream. I had to learn how to stream from scratch. I asked all the questions. I went through so many fucking YouTube videos. I can't fucking tell you. Like, I'm talking like late nights, like trying to figure out the ins and outs of streaming, because streaming is not a perfect process. Like, it's very messy and it's very complicated. And there's a lot of things that I did not know, like terms and processes that I just did not have any fucking idea about. But I learned, and I went through the shit, and I did it every single day. I was on it. Like, I'm talking, I have like 2 monitors from my job. I was using one of those monitors for fucking the streaming setup and just learning while I was working, you know, like, so it was one of those things. Like, yeah, it does sound like a lot.
There?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Drop.
No, you good, D.
You're good. You good, D?
Yeah.
Okay. But like, yeah, it's the reason why it didn't seem like a lot for me was because, again, this was like a dream, right? This is like this could have been, or could be, a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something like this at fucking Evo.
Yeah,
the biggest fucking stage for fighting games, right? So I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. Like, I'm gonna fucking figure this shit out, and I'm fucking doing it. And I did. Like, I'm talking like 4 days before I was supposed to leave, I finally got the final piece together, and that was audio. And I was on that for like a whole fucking week, every day, late nights, and just trying to figure out the audio. But anyway, so everything's set up. I was able to pack everything up, and I got on the plane, and I fucking went to Vegas, and then I started running the tournament. In the background, I was also advertising, networking with other TOs for BYOC. Like, I told one of the organizers, I was like, yo, like, I'm noticing that you got like a low amount of people, you know, like, do you want me to enter your tournament? Just press buttons. I don't care. And then, you know, if in return, you could just come and enter my tournament, because my numbers aren't so great right now either.
Good strategy. And
he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, awesome. So that was like another person that was added on. Good guy, great guy. And yeah, I entered his tournament. His tournament was the day before mine. I just went and pressed buttons, and I lost Super Dragon Ball Z for PS2.
God damn.
Yeah. But,
yo, that was a throwback.
It's throwback. It's fun. It's a fun game.
Sometimes those are the funnest games. Yeah.
It's a fun game. I
remember playing an old jump for Super Nintendo back in the day.
Ultimate Battle 22.
Well, yeah, something like that.
Battle 22. Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I was networking, and then like I was watching the bracket. Like, I was watching the bracket and organizing the brackets and looking at the entries. People were sending me emails saying like, oh wow, like, you're hosting a Powerstone tournament. That's amazing. How can I join? And I'm like, here's the link. Join up. So
how many consoles did you have altogether?
So I had 2. I had a Dreamcast, and then I had a Steam Deck that I was going to use for my second setup. Unfortunately, the Steam Deck didn't work out. I'll get to that, and I promise the story is almost over. So yeah, I pack up everything. I pack up, and I go, and at the time the numbers for the entrance jumped, like multiplied, like by like 4. Like there was like 1 week we had like 5 people, and then right before the event we had like 20. So, so I'm like, what? I'm like, what's fucking happening? Like, I never even thought we were gonna hit double digits, right? And I said that in the video too. I'm like, I did not think in my wildest dreams that we would hit double digits, but we did. We had 20 people. So we get there. I do some preliminary testing before actually on the day of, before actually going down to start running it. Go down, do some more testing the stream setup, testing the systems, testing everything. And once the tournament started, it was fucking amazing, because like it all just went really smooth. All the work that I was doing in the beginning just really paid off, and it helped that the people were great. I had just the right amount of help on my side, and everybody had a lot of fucking fun, because that game is fucking fun. And I also participated in it, and I placed second, so I get to say that. And I fucking played out of my mind. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I played out of my fucking mind. I've never played the game at that level that I was playing before. Like, I don't know if y'all even noticed or cared. I don't know if y'all noticed or cared, but like if you watched my matches, I was playing a completely different game than anyone else facing. Like it was just like they were down here, I was way up here. Like it was not even a thing. The only person I lost to was the guy who won the fucking tournament. Right. Yeah. So, and
that's why though, because like you were playing other people at that level, man.
Yeah.
Shit pushes you.
Yeah. Like it was like I don't know what it was. Like I just think like all the fucking
also the
work
moment
I was doing. Yeah. I think all the work I was doing, like I think at the end of it, once everything kind of like fell into place and clicked, I was like, I can relax now. I can just play and have fun and commentate and have fun and meet cool people and have fun. And I had such a fucking blast. And I placed second, and I can say that I'm a fucking Evo champion. Like I'm a second place Evo champion at anything. I don't give a fuck if it's unofficial. I don't give a fuck if it's just BYOC. I'm a fucking champion at something. Like on a world stage. And we had people coming from the UK. We had people coming in from like this one person was from France. This another person from Canada. We had like people from all over coming to play Power Stone. And the cool thing about it is what I was mentioning before, is that everybody that was there loves the game. So we just played just because for the love of the game, and it was great. So
that's cool, man. And you're right, man. That does sound like a
but yeah, man, I don't know. That sounds hella cool, man. Like just going to cool. Like Evo is like that. Like the pictures and stuff. You sent some photos, man, from like just from what was that from like the
that was the arena.
So, the arena, that shit was packed.
Yeah, the arena was packed. I should send. I'll send y'all pictures of it when it's empty. It's beautiful in there. Unfortunately, there was kind of like a snafu where it seems like they sold more passes than they had seats at the arena. So during finals day, which is Sunday, where they show the main games all day, you want to get a seat in the arena, because like it's just like sports, right? Like it's like I understand. Like you go to a football game, it's like the energy is like just
I've watched anybody who's watched those tournaments on YouTube and everything. Those things get ultra competitive, man. It is like watching a sports match. It is like I mean it gets competitive. People are cheering.
Again, this is world, right? This is at the world level, not like a local city or state level or even region level. This is the world, right? All over the world, people are coming to play for the money.
What were the main games this year? You always see like Injustice or Mortal Kombat. Like, what were the main lineup?
Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear Strive, Tekken 8, Under Night in Birth, Cicelis, that's the latest one. Mortal Kombat 1, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, King of Fighters 15. There was like one more that I'm forgetting.
I would love to go to Evo, but
yeah,
I
those
suck
games.
at fighting games. I suck at fighting games, bro.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. I mean, like they have like spectator passes. You don't have to play any of the games, but you can just go in.
I've never heard of Under Night.
Yeah, Under Night's a game by French Bread, where Arc Systems Works published to get them on the map. It's fucking fantastic game.
So
Melty Blood.
No Injustice this year?
Nah. Injustice has been dead for a while, man.
Yeah, like, gone. Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat 1 is not far behind, and Mortal Kombat 1 is trash. So,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad.
I know those are some of the more famous ones that I watch, man. Sonic Fox and
yeah. I mean, he still competed. He still competed, and I think he won this year. I think he won Mortal Kombat 1, but like Mortal Kombat 1 is just not a good game. Like,
yeah.
But like it's like diehard fans of like, the NetherRealm Studios games like Injustice and Mortal Kombat. We'll keep coming back to it. But like the only reason Mortal Kombat got a place this year is because it's a new game. But unfortunately the reception for it has not been positive. So it's probably going to be his first and last year at Evo. With that considered, especially with City of the Wolves coming out, Mark of the Wolves 2 coming out. Man, that game they had a game, they had a demo, they had a playable build of that game at Evo. I must have played that shit like 7 times. Like it feels like butter. Like it's so fucking good.
Like Garo. Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Mark of the Wolves.
Oh snap. I bought that. Yo. I didn't know they would come out with another one.
It plays like fucking butter. Like it's so fucking.
You know how old the fucking game is?
Mark of the Wolves. Mark of the Wolves is also 25 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came out in 99, just like Dreamcast games and Power Stone and
that looks good.
But
that's an awesome story, Frank.
Yeah, but that's kind of thanks, man. Yeah, it's kind of my story at Evo, and I'm actually working. So like I guess the last thing I'll say is that I was able to do a local recording of the YouTube video. Like hint plug, but like the video, I had no fucking idea that the video would blow up the way that it did. It didn't go viral or anything like that, but like I have nearly 5,000 views on the video, and that's that's unheard of especially for a rinky dink side tournament at Evo. You look at all the other BYOC tournaments that were took place at the same time as mine, like in the same weekend. You're talking like 180 views max, like 200 views, 300 views. Mine has 5,000. So like to me, that's saying the people have spoken. They want to see more Powerstone because there's more interaction on my videos too than any of the others. Whereas like people are commenting, there's like 50 something comments on the fucking video. People are commenting about supporting Powerstone, and they're so glad to see that Powerstone is at Evo, and they're so glad to see that the game is being represented somehow. And it brings back all this nostalgia for people, and like the likes, and I think I got like 20 something new subscribers to my YouTube channel, which I never fucking go do anything with, right? But it's just this one video just like kind of spurred this. It's starting this snowball effect, I think, of like pushing me to start driving the scene, to start like making the scene more noticeable, more reputable. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm actually I'm working different avenues now. I have like 4 different avenues that I'm working right now where I'm hopeful to get the scene growth. And in the end, I'm hoping that in 1 year's time, my goal is that if Powerstone is accepted next year for Evo, I will be going. But at this rate, if I could keep the growth strong, I can Powerstone will not be a BYOC game anymore. It will be a community showcase game. And then I don't have to worry about the fucking headache of bringing all the equipment myself and doing all the shit myself. I just show up, commentate, and play. That's all I need to fucking do.
So, like, what's the availability of that game now, though? Because is that like a barrier?
No, not really. So there's something called there's a browser application called Fightcade.
Mm-hmm.
You can use Fightcade to play a bunch of old school fighting games with rollback netcode, and it's actually a way the way I got back into Powerstone, because Fightcade, Powerstone and Powerstone 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom, all of those games, like and it's free, 100% free. Right, you just have to find the games yourself, but like if you find the ROMs yourself, then Fightcade just plugs it in there, and then you can play against other people who are in the same lobby as you and that want to play the game too.
Okay, word, dude, you gotta show me how that works, man, because
it's much easier now than ever too. Like there's this like
I thought it was dead, man. Like, you know,
no, definitely no, it's definitely not dead.
That's probably that's probably a big reason like you're getting so much like attention, like, because
I mean,
I remember like I had rented it back in the day, so I didn't like have it, but I remember loving that joint when I was playing it.
Yeah.
But it's like I just didn't have it. I didn't, you know.
No, I mean, like if you want to get like a legit copy of Powerstone and a Dreamcast, it's gonna cost some money. It's gonna get expensive. Right, Dreamcast could be anywhere from like $150 to $200. That's like OG price for the for the original system when it came out. And the game itself, like if you want a legit American copy of Powerstone, it's going to cost you more than the Dreamcast would, like because it's rare. Like they don't print, you know, they only printed so many. And so it's rare to have an OG original copy of like Powerstone or Project Justice or Marvel vs. Capcom or any of those old Dreamcast games. It's super rare. So
arcade is like $119
for a disc.
Yeah.
You know. So
I think that's awesome. That's the awesome thing about like events like Evo, right? When you get a bunch of like-minded people together, and you know, like you said, the response to your video and to the event that you hosted,
it's been insane. It's been absolutely insane. Like I never thought that, like, because I thought like, you know, a host of putting up the VOD, it's a 5-hour long video, and I still got 5,000 views. Are you serious? Like that's crazy.
It shows
like,
the interest in the
it's only been a week since the video's been up.
So I was going to ask. So since you hosted this year, would it make your application to host next year? Would it make it easier to get in?
So like not officially, but unofficially, yes. Because I talked to the people who accept the applications, or some of them, not like the main people who accept, but like I talked to people who accept the applications, and they were like, yeah, just keep up, you know, keep in touch, you know, apply day one like you did, and then we'll notice your name, we'll see your name, and then you know, we got you. But like officially, everybody has to have a fair shot. So you know, we'll see. But again, my hope is that it's not going to just be a side tournament this year. It'll be a side tournament, but it's not going to be a BYOC side tournament this year. It's going to be a community showcase because of this reception that it's gotten only after a fucking week.
That's cool, man. So do they get a ton of applications that they turn down every year?
I'm sure they get applications that they turn down. Yeah.
So it's like a tough market to even break in, to even get a call back from them.
It can be. That's why I got I got rejected for community showcase, but I got accepted for BYOC. But and you know, I was perfectly fine with trying BYOC maybe a couple more times, but like with this reception that I've gotten, all the new people joining the Discord, all the people saying like, if you do this again next year, consider me a contestant. Like read the comments. Read the comments on that video. Like it's legit. Like people are like, "Oh my god, this is."
I might come out there, John. Yo, oh, man,
come on, let's go. Let's go.
We dust off these controllers, man. Hold on, man.
Let's go.
It just still works.
Let's go.
I don't want to go against Frank and Powerstone. I'll be a spectator.
Man, just enter the tournament. It's free.
That is awesome though, man. It's awesome.
And a reason to go to Evo.
Yeah, it's free, and I provided prizes for first, second, and third. I gave my prize to the third place guy though, because he was a good competitor. And I already had like extras and stuff like that. So I there were medals. So
cool. You got medals?
Extra dope. Yeah, man. You're right, man.
Yeah.
You hosted.
There we go,
Frank.
Evo medal.
Oh shit! Yeah. Cool.
Frank, that's awesome, man. You hosted an event at Evo, bro.
Yo,
that's fucking awesome, bro. Yeah, that is cool shit. I just talked about it like that.
Yo,
that's fucking awesome, man.
Like this is fucking unreal. It hits me sometimes and then it doesn't. It's like because I'm moving forward. I'm trying to move forward with this, but it's like, yo, sometimes I sit down by myself. I sit still and I'm like, yo, I fucking just hosted a fucking Powerstone tournament at Evo. And I got second place in the same tournament at Evo. So I'm a second place champion at a fucking Evo tournament. That's fucking wild to me sometimes, you know?
That shit is crazy.
And then I think about, oh shit, I gotta network with this person. Oh shit, I gotta message this person back or something about Powerstone. Or I gotta respond to these comments on the video, or like monitor the metrics on the video or something. Like it's fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, sometimes I sit still and I'm like, yo, I fucking did it. You know, and if it doesn't happen again, I could just say I did it. You know,
ladies and gentlemen, we told you guys.
Yo, I'm sure that's just gonna happen again.
Yeah, of course,
it's going to happen again.
Yeah, this is
going to happen again. It's just,
like, yo, you just breathe life in this whole thing all over again, man. Like,
seriously,
I'm telling you.
Seriously, like, you guys don't have any idea what I potentially got cooking. Like, I've got some cool shit cooking. I just need people to respond back to me. Like, I got some cool shit cooking, guys, and I'll fill you in once it actually happens. But
that's dope, though. And I definitely might make a trip to Evo next year. Man.
But yeah, man. Evo. Fuck.
Did you get to enjoy any of the sights of Vegas, or was all business, all tournament?
It was Vegas was hot. No, well, Vegas was hot as shit. Like Vegas is like, I'm talking like minimum 118 degrees every day.
Fucking hot.
Like I'm not laughing. This is my face. Like 118 degrees every day.
That's crazy.
Like at a minimum.
You know, when you go to Vegas, it's a dry heat. It's not like Virginia. No, it's fucking hot. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's dry or humid.
It's just hot.
I mean, you can't even walk on the sidewalk.
It's a dry heat. It gets hot.
It's just the heat emanating from the concrete.
It's hot. Like
that should come up from up here.
I know. We got the melanin and we have the capacity to deal with it, but it's fucking hot. Like this is not correct. Like this is not.
That's that desert heat.
You know.
Yeah,
like it's fucking hot. Like it's so. So yeah, so going out. Nah, I stayed in the hotel. Maybe we went out like the first day to get like snacks for the hotel room, and then we went right back to the hotel, and we stayed our asses in the hotel. Luckily, the venue was right across the street. That was fucking clutch. So we literally crossed the street, and there was a convention center right there. We could see it from our room, and we crossed the street. And we'd be in the convention center all day, you know? So, but I mean, inside the convention center, there was so much to do in the venue. So I wasn't really like, you know, concerned with trying to go out at other places in Vegas, because I was there for Evo. So I spent the most time at Evo doing stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Fuck, guys, I did it.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, man.
I'm sitting here and you're telling a story, and it dawned on me. I'm like, damn, this dude hosted an event at Evo, man. That's like the mecca of gaming, you know what I mean?
Hosted, ran, coordinated, and participated. And I came out of it a second place champion. So, and I was very okay with coming out second place. If I had won, I would have been like, that's crazy, but there would have been this weird pressure to kind of like you know, now I'm the defending champion. Now it would have been like people are coming after me now. Whereas I could stay in second place and still run the tournament. I could stay in second place and then I can have something to strive towards now, you know?
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Two
man.
cool
It was
stories, man.
crazy. It was crazy, man. But it happened, and I'm very happy, and it was just great. I had a great time, despite everything. When everything was over, I was like, whoosh, just.
It's like a weight off your shoulders, you know.
Huge.
And that's what I said about the stressful part is like, you know, it's hard for me to organize like a barbecue at my house, right? Let alone an event at
I
EVO,
know, right?
you know. So like just the pressure of having everything set up and not having any glitches, and you're also hosting other people and they want everything to go smooth.
That's also one of the hardest parts too. It's like like hurting all these cats, you know, like hurting all the people. Like there's so many different people. You know, I told everybody before the tournament started, I told everybody, I'm like, be an adult. Don't fucking walk away. You know, like if you need to go to the bathroom, take a phone call, whatever, let me know. So that if your name comes up when it's time for you to play, I know that you're not here and I'll give you some time. But if you just walk away, I told them, I'm like, I'm not like those fucking people out there that wait 20 minutes for you to show up. If you're not back in 5 and you're not going to know when that time is, if you're not fucking back here in 5 minutes, you're DQ'd. You're done. And everybody was like, okay. And I'm like, okay, I'm serious. And I think people respected that because like there's a lot of personalities out there that aren't so like, you know, like that aren't like gung-ho or legit about TOing an event like that. And I think people respected that, like, yo, be an adult. Like if you got to go somewhere and your name is called, let me know so that I can move on to the next match. So I can give you some time, keep it just keep it moving. So yeah,
that's awesome, man. Congrats, man.
Thanks, man. It was
great. Cool story.
It's crazy, but it happened, and I'm very happy. So yeah, heck of a year so far.
Look, in other pop culture news, Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Marvel Entertainment.